This is the Kitchen Sink WP Podcast, episode 562.
I program my home computer.
We have a server crash, 404 error, page not found, links aren't working, system is crashing, system is crashing, system is crashing.
Your old HTML website, barely alive. We have the technology. We have WordPress. A new website, better than it was before. Better, stronger, faster. We have the technology.
Hello, everybody. This is Adam Silver, the host of the Kitchen Sink WP Podcast. Thanks for being here. Let's get started. All right, upcoming events. Sadly, no more WordCamps. Apparently this year, so there are none in the next few weeks. It's time of year, I suppose. So kind of sad. So anyway, all right, moving on. Segment one in the news. Two things to talk about here. One is the schedule for WordPress 2025 releases. The releases in 2025 is out. Very similar to that in 2024. 3 major releases are planned. WordPress 6.8 looks to be released on April 15th, 6.9 August 5th, and 7.0 November 11th. That's kind of crazy. So plan for those accordingly as you need to if you are a developer of WordPress plugins or themes, because you're going to need to test things. So, and if you're just a user, also plan accordingly. So, okay. Also in the news, just one more reminder that you can vote for awards over at the wpweekly.com/awards. You can vote for your favorite podcast. Ideally, it's this one. I would appreciate it. That'd be cool. If I win, great. If I get, I've already been mentioned in that listing. Great. That's all good. So. Is that it in the news? I think that is it in the news. Kind of a light news week because of the holiday here in the U.S. this past week. Yeah, that's it. All right, moving on to segment 2, meat potatoes. But first, a word from this week's sponsor. We all know that web hosting is the backbone of any successful WordPress site. If your hosting is slow, unreliable, or makes you want to pull out your hair with configurations and random stuff, it's time for a change. Well, lucky for you, this week's sponsor is Cloudways. Imagine this: 0 configuration hassles, one-click operations, and true auto-scaling. You don't have to worry about downtime, even during those crazy traffic spikes. Cloudways makes your hosting of your WordPress site effortless, so you can focus on what matters most, growing your business. But it's not just about simplicity. With Cloudways, you unleash serious performance. Each server is powered by a fully optimized stack, complete with advanced caching and built-in CDN. That means blazing fast load times and happier visitors. Plus, who doesn't want a faster website? I know I do. And it gets better. Simple and flexible is the name of the game. I mean, you can pick from top cloud hosting providers like DigitalOcean, Amazon Web Services, Google Cloud, and more. Scaling up your servers with just one click when your traffic surges. Looking for reliability? Well, Cloudways offers that too, with 24/7 expert support, world-class server security, and 99% uptime guarantee. That's peace of mind, 365 days a year. Now let's talk dollars and cents. You get industry best cost performance value with every critical feature you need at a fraction of the price of the competitors. It's all the features, half the cost. It's a total win-win. Lastly, Cloudways is having a great Cyber Monday deal that's just too good to pass up. Now here's the deal itself: 40% off, 4 months, 40 free migrations. Yes, that's right, 40% off for 4 months and 40 free migrations. Use the promo code BFCM2024 at checkout to get that deal through December 5th, 2024. So head over to cloudways.com, grab your new account, and get your new hosting plan started today. And again, thanks to Cloudways for sponsoring this week. Really do appreciate having you on board. And I'm a user. I use their service often. I have a server there and love it. So there you go. All right, moving on to the meat and potatoes, segment 2. This week, as 2024 is wrapping up, this week I'm talking about trends. Now, I did a topic because it sounded familiar to me, and I looked it up, and I did this topic back in 2022 on episode 411. So I kind of feel like it's time to revisit this. And I did the 5 top web design trends in 2022. And those were simplicity, accessibility, images of real people, one-page websites, and a subset of special effects and animations was those top 5. So this year, I have the top 5 trends and technologies shaping the website design and development landscape moving into 2025. So in no specific order, the trend and an example of what this means is as follows. First and foremost, here's a trend: AI-powered personalization. Now, the trend is that websites will leverage advanced AI to offer hyper-personalized user experiences based on real-time data, such as browsing habits, preferences, behavior. Obviously, they're going to be tracking that. The example here would be dynamic content, product recommendations, personalized interfaces, and a lot of that will be powered by the LLMs, like ChatGPT, Perplexity, etc., or AI APIs. The AI being artificial intelligence, the API standing for application programming interface. So keep that in mind. All right, number 2, Web 3.0. Or Web 3 and decentralized technologies. The trend here is that the adoption for Web 3 will grow. More websites will integrate blockchain-based tech for more secure transactions, decentralized identity, and token-based access. Some of that to me above my head, but I kept seeing this in my research, so I wanted to include it. The examples are integrations of cryptocurrency for payments, NFTs for digital assets, and smart contracts for e-commerce or memberships. And that's where I think it makes sense to us, or to myself at least, is the aspect of the e-commerce and the even cryptocurrency there for memberships as well. So. Number 3, voice and gesture-based interfaces. Now, this is a bit out there, but it's definitely a trend. So the trend is voice search and gesture navigation will become more increasingly important for accessibility and for convenience. The example here would be, of course, websites optimized for voice interaction through a VA, like a virtual assistant, not a VA you hire, and motion-based navigation for those using AR and VR applications, such as if you're, in the Apple ecosystem and you have the new, I forget what it's called now, the visor, Vision Pro, it's called. Websites that are optimized for that will be able to take interaction with that and kind of do well with that technology as well. Okay. Number 4, actually a couple more. I said 5. I think I actually have 6. Yeah, I have 6. Number 4 is headless CMS and API first design. And I've talked about this before in the past. I think it was a Q&A, what headless CMSs are. But the headless CMS platforms will dominate, enabling seamless interaction with the various front-end technologies. Now, examples of this are different platforms, different CMSs necessarily, but WordPress does headless CMS for sure. But so does Contentful, Strappy, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. And also the frameworks like Next.js and Nuxt.js, which I've never heard of, but those are things that kind of kept popping up in the research here as well. So the headless CMS and that platform, API first design is definitely a trend in 2025. Number 5, dark mode and dynamic UI customization. The trend here is that user preferences for UI will drive the adoption of dynamic design systems. I am a late comer, I think, to the dark mode of things. I know some of my good friends out there love dark mode. I am finally, honestly, coming around to it across multiple devices. The examples here, of course, would be websites that let you toggle between light and dark mode, adjust the text, and select the theme of how things look and lay out a bit better for each individual person and user on that website. And like I said, I don't know, something about me. I kind of like something bright and easy to read, but now I can see the benefit of having it be in dark mode as well. So, and lastly, number 6, cybersecurity focus. Now, the trend here obviously is to enhance the focus on user privacy and security due to the increased data regulations and cyber threats. Both of those are equally important. Cyber threats are happening all the time. And of course, the data regulations are always changing state by state, nation by nation as well. The examples would be advanced encryption, zero trust architecture, and a cookieless tracking system. That'd be awesome. No more cookies. That'd be amazing on one aspect, but then for those in marketing, might be a bit hard to deal with. So again, real quick, AI-powered personalization, Web 3.0, Web 3 and decentralized tech, voice and gesture-based interfaces, headless CMS and API-first design, dark mode and dynamic UI customization, and cybersecurity focus. Now, I realize that this list may not be directly related to WordPress entirely, and it's how we run our business. But keep in mind, there are other technologies that should be considered in the world we live in. It's an ever evolving, situation here in technology. That's what's great about it. It's always changing. It's good, it's bad, it's ugly, but that's what it is. And of course, depending on how you want to break things down, what you're looking for, you're going to find other things to focus on in any given year based on the subject matter that you're diving into and researching. And this is what I kind of wanted to take a 10,000, maybe a 20,000 foot view of what's coming 2025, not just WordPress, but just what else is out there in a larger scale. So there you have it. I'm interested if you have any feedback on this. What do you see out there? Let me know. Feel free to share, and I'll share with the audience as it comes in. All right, moving on. Segment 3, tip until the week. This one is a tip. It's a plugin. It's called Noted. It's by my good friend Kyle Van Dusen. It's a plugin that he always wanted to do. Not going to be monetized at all. So he says, check it out. I'll put a link in the show notes. And there's also a video of how it works. So you can kind of keep notes to yourself on a website internally. It's pretty cool, actually. I really do like it. So check that out. All right, let me wrap it up. If you have any questions, go ahead, send it in via email, adam@kitchensinkwp.com, or use that SpeakPipe function on the website. If you want to support the show, become a patron or buy me a coffee. Links on the website. If you want to sponsor the show, like this week, sponsor Cloudways, you can do that as well. There's a form on the website. Fill it out like they did and become a sponsor. So again, thanks to Cloudways for sponsoring this week. Thanks for listening. See you next week. Now go out and do some awesome things with WordPress. All right, bye-bye.